about a possible attack on the U.S. And up, and away, Vacationland USA, the ultimate in hot air ballooning. Well, this morning, one of America's most famous couples, even though Oprah's best friends is gay, Yol, that's how they spell it, G-A-Y, they insist they're not gay. In this GMA playback segment, Gayle talks about that and what it means for women to have a best friend. Then she sits down with Diane Sawyer to talk specifically about her relationship with Oprah.
When I met Oprah Winfrey over 30 years ago, we were young and eager, just getting started in our careers. And we bonded through ups and downs, daily phone calls, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. Like many other women, we shared the treasured gift of a lasting friendship.
Alexa is my best friend because she is my support line. She goes that extra mile. I can always count on her.
On my bad days, I think she believes in me when I don't even believe in me, which is great.
Girlfriends keep our secrets, boost our spirits, and hold our hand through life's adventures, creating a special intimacy rarely seen among men.
Males and females relate to each other differently when it comes to friendship. Women are much more likely to hug and kiss each other when they meet, if they're friends, and men are much more likely to give each other a slap on the back.
In fact, scientists at UCLA say the deep friendships many women form keep them healthier and may even be the reason that women outlive men.
I love it.
According to the university study, when women are stressed, a hormone called oxytocin is triggered. It acts together with estrogen to send her in search of a sympathetic ear. So after telling her tale of woe to a female friend, the result is a calming effect.
Marriages begin, marriages end, children are born, children grow. Life moves on, and oftentimes that good friend that you met back when is the person who you will connect with all the way through your life.
And knowing that there's that unconditional support from someone, knowing that, you know, you can laugh, you can cry, you can express any emotion that you need to, and not being judged for it. You know, that's what a true friend is.
I go away on vacation, I come back. Every place, you and Oprah are saying, we're not gay. We're friends, we're not gay.
It's so silly. Diane, let me tell you, if Oprah and I are gay, you're gay too. I mean, that's how outrageous it is. You know, we were asked during the interview, you know, Lisa Kogan, who's a brilliant editor of ours and who did the interview, said, everyone's asking me, well, you know they're gay, so she asked, we answered. And I tell you, I know it sounds sort of silly to go, I never thought it would be this big, but I never thought it would be this big. It's been everywhere, and what's so frustrating about it is it implies that Oprah's a liar, I'm a liar, Stedman's a liar, that we're...
Or that there's anything wrong and you wouldn't say it.
Yeah, or that, and that's the biggest thing of all that bothers me, because if we were, we would so tell you, because we so don't think there's anything wrong with it. That's what's so frustrating about it.
In fact, you said, well, Oprah said that there was no definition for a friendship like yours, and that's part of the reason that people continue to wonder. But also, you said you thought the real headline was that she told you she knew your marriage
Yes.
was a bust. She called your wedding a pitiful thing?
I saw that.
A pitiful thing?
Yes.
She never said that to you
And
before?
newsflash, she's the maid of honor. I felt like that woman, there's a line in the movie The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler where he goes, once again, something you could have told me yesterday. I mean, she said that, and we're sitting side by side, and I looked at her, and I'm like, what are you saying? I mean, I had no idea she felt that way.
Why? What was her foreboding going in?
Well, I mean, I guess, you know, as it turns out, she was right. But, I mean, I think that she just did not think that we were a good match. And she was right.
But she did not say it.
To her credit, she didn't tell me. And the thing I think that if she had, I would not have believed it, you know, because you're young, you're in love, you think this is it. So I would not have believed it.
Well, it brings us to the question, though, of telling the truth in a friendship, which is a complicated one. I know you talk about the fact that you want to be brutally honest in a friendship.
Yeah.
Do you think you've ever hurt her feelings? Has she ever hurt your feelings?
Hurt my feelings. Not about being honest about something. Not when she's really trying to help me, no. You know, we have disagreements about, I think your hair looks like this, or maybe you shouldn't wear that dress. I mean, and we can be, and we are very brutally honest and candid with each other. But no, there hasn't been a time that I felt that she hurt me by being honest about something, no.
Because I guess you're saying then that you can be honest as long as it's clear That
then
you only wish the best.
And I'm doing this out of kindness, and I'm doing this out of love, and I'm doing this because I really care for you. But saying to your friend that you don't care for their significant other, that's a tricky, dicey thing. I think now she would have no hesitation telling me. I'm thinking, you know, it's hard
Does
enough
she
for me.
review every one of your dates?
Well, dates. It's hard for me to get a date. I'm thinking now it's because people thought I was gay. Now all the people are afraid. You can call now. But yeah, she always weighs in about something, yes. So I think she would have no trouble telling me if she didn't think somebody was going to work for me. And you know what? I would listen.
Yeah, this
would-
time
yeah.
you would listen. No more pitiful
Yeah,
weddings
I would listen.
on your part. Well, she says wonderful things about you and your kids, but one of the things that struck me in this is that the three things you said that have to happen in friendship.
Yeah.
Someone who always supports you, always respects you, and always wants the best for you.
Yes.
And do you think you know that? Can you be sure of that? Have you ever been betrayed by another friend?
You know, I've been betrayed by people you think are your friends, and really what they're trying to do is get a manuscript to Oprah, or they need you to pay a bill, so could you give Oprah my bill? So yes, that has happened to me. I think at this stage in life, what I realize is that a lot of women, I just assumed everybody has a really close friend and a really good friend, but I'm finding, Diane, the more I move in the world and talk to people, most people don't even have one. Do you see that? That
Yeah.
women say to me, what you and Oprah have is so rare. And to be honest with you, I didn't think of it as rare until I start, you know, talking to people. They go, you don't even realize what you have. So I now think that if you have one true blue friend who you know really cheers you on, supports you, that you're really, really very lucky.
Yeah. We both agree with that.
We
through
do.
thick and thin.
Oprah says it's one reason she's never needed therapy after all she'd been through. So
Yeah.
it's important.
We're back in a moment. You're watching World News Now.
My lymphoma had not only come back, but it was life-threatening.
After I discovered I was pregnant, I was diagnosed with breast cancer.
When I first found out that Frank had cancer, I felt like my whole world had fallen apart.
I went to one more hospital because I wasn't willing to give up.
Being treated like a real person for the first time in 10 years was such a relief.
I feel like it's just like going back home.
My son.
Our cancer information specialists are available 24 hours a day. Call now and they'll send you this free life-changing video and information kit that shows you how state-of-the-art medicine combines with unique therapies to give you treatment options you may not even know exist.
We as cancer patients, for whatever reason, have been dealt this kind of pain. But there is hope on the other side, and there is great life after cancer.
Ask your doctor about Ambien CR, the latest Ambien. Then call for your 7-day free trial offer. Ambien CR is a controlled release formula, and it's the only sleep aid with 2 layers. One dissolves quickly to help you fall asleep fast. The other dissolves slowly to help you stay asleep, so you can wake up and get ready for your day. Ambien CR is a treatment option you and your doctor can consider along with lifestyle changes and can be taken for as long as your doctor recommends. Until you know how Ambien CR will affect you, you shouldn't drive or operate machinery. Be sure you're able to devote 7 to 8 hours to sleep before being active again. Side effects may include next-day drowsiness, dizziness, and headache. It's non-narcotic. However, like most sleep medicines, it has some risk of dependency. Don't take it with alcohol. Call today for your 7-day free trial offer of the latest Ambien, Ambien CR. And don't forget to mention the CR, a good night's sleep from start to finish.
Well, I can't walk.
I can walk, but not very far.
I can't even stand anymore.
And it gave me no freedom.
If you or a loved one suffer from limited mobility, we have incredible news. Now you may qualify for your very own new Invacare power chair or scooter at little or no cost to you. Call Mobility Products Unlimited right now to begin your free pre-qualification process. Invacare's powered mobility products are comfortable, stylish, easy to maneuver, and go anywhere.
It's given me freedom to go places I want to go and do things that I want to do.
So pick up the phone and call Mobility Products right now, risk-free. Their friendly specialists handle all the paperwork and make it fast and easy to begin the pre-qualification process for your very own Invacare power chair or scooter. You could get yours within just days. There's no pressure, no obligation, no cost for the call, and your satisfaction is guaranteed.
So if you're stuck at home, call 1-800-972-2110 right now. Friendly mobility specialists are standing by.
Welcome back, everyone. Now for a race that makes a marathon seem like a brisk trip to the mailbox. If you like a challenge, put on your sneakers, head to New York City, and get ready to run 3,100 miles. That's right, 3,100. John Berman has the grueling details.
There's going for a jog, and then there's going nuts. But these guys swear they are completely sane.
How do you feel? Well, the last day is pretty good.
This is the 10th annual Self-Transcendence Race, the brainchild of meditation master Sri Chinmoy.
If you can challenge ourselves, challenge our capacities, and then go beyond, then you get tremendous joy.
Joy? These athletes run up to 70 miles every day, about 18 hours a day, for 50 days. And they do it circling one single New York City block around a high school. They do walk a little and they eat when they can.
Have to have salt.
I joined Serbian runner / masochist Srđan Stojanovic for 3 laps, roughly 0.06% of his total distance.
Do you actually like running? Yeah, of course I like running.
Srđan and the rest of the runners are hardcore extreme athletes. Most are in unreal physical shape, not to mention mental. So what's the hardest part?
Once you decide and you start something, that sport spirit inside you always pulling you to do more, to do more, to do more. I have a sense that I could decide to run 3,000 miles and it won't make a bit of difference.
Srđan finished, he didn't win. But 3,100 miles, let's just say most of us fall a little short.
I don't think cumulatively in my whole lifetime I would walk 3,000 miles.
Yes, I don't think I have either. And I was going to say, you know, I thought when I was pregnant I was going to run a marathon to get back in shape or train for a marathon to get back in shape. That's never going to happen.
How's that working for you?
It's not working for me at all.
Like she needs to get back in shape.
Well, you know, I wanted to have that, be a marathon runner.
You want to make it a goal.
I mean, being a mom is enough.
Yeah, really, that's a marathon in and of itself. And in terms though of like running around the block, I at one point decided I was going to run some distance, and I ran a little too far. I taxied home because I just thought, I did the 2 of the 4, and I thought I'm not running 2 miles.
You weren't even going to walk back?
No, I taxied. There you
He's
go.
a tough
That's why I
soul.
do the treadmill now. You just don't go anywhere. That's the news for this half hour.
Coming up, more news from ABC.
What does it mean to be mobile? It means no limits, no must-haves or got-tos. Being mobile means having something when and where you want it. Now K2 News is mobile with K2 Podcast. From local and national news to headlines and current events. Pick the stuff you want to see. Plug in your media player, then take it with you. News that's mobile. And K2's the only local station that has it. Just click on the side of K2.com and see what life is like being mobile with K2 Podcast.
15 minutes of fame.
We're going for it, honey. We're going for it, honey.
A half hour of fun.
Yeah! I think I hurt myself.
A lifetime of riches.
And that's the final answer.
What more could you ask from a game show?
It's the experience, not the money.
Join Meredith Vieira
This may be your destiny.
for all the excitement on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Weekdays at 4 on K2, the spirit of the Northwest.
Dear Dr. Z, I know Daimler Chrysler invented the minivan, but how is the quality? Kim, check out our unique Stow & Go on this Chrysler Town & Country. And it's 5-star crash test rated.
But
Hey, look what I found. JD Power Award for the highest ranked van in initial quality.
It's back. Employee pricing plus up to $2,500 cash allowance. Get our employee price on most 2006 Chrysler vehicles.
Imagine living in a world where you feel it's better to hide from the truth than face reality, where it's easier to bite your tongue than speak your mind. Because this is what it can feel like to live with an alcoholic. But there is a way out. We're Al-Anon family groups, and we know what it's like. To locate a group in your community, call 888-4-AL-ANON or visit alanon.alateen.org.
The K2 Storm Alert Weather Team, only on K2 News.
It's Friday morning. 3,500 troops get word they will be staying in Iraq as the U.S. tries to stop the violence in Baghdad.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York,
This is World News Now.
And just a short time ago, we had been talking about Operation Forward Together, apparently not a success. And now this.
This is part of moving forward, how they might, in fact, meet success. We'll talk about it coming up. Good morning, everyone. It is Friday morning. I'm Ron Corning, along with Ty Hernandez. Also coming up here this half hour, we will open the ABC Video Vault to remember a royal wedding. It has been 25 years since Charles and Diana tied the knot. And the book that is motivating some of the world's biggest rap stars to think even bigger.
But we begin in Iraq. The battle for Baghdad is intensifying, and the U.S. is raising the stakes by upping the number of troops in the city. That means a longer stay for some and possibly more troops in the country. ABC's Sonia Crawford has the details now from Washington. Good morning, Sonia.
Good morning, Taina. Hopes of reducing the number of U.S. troops in Iraq appear to be fading with the increased violence in Baghdad. 2 days ago, the president announced more troops would move into Iraq's capital, and now the military is shifting personnel to make that happen.
Baghdad is a war zone. People are trying to survive amidst a daily barrage of car bombs and mortars. The U.S. is sending 5,000 more troops into the city after moving 4,000 U.S. troops and 50,000 Iraqi forces there 6 weeks ago. Violence between Sunnis and Shiites is up 40%.
We're doing what we've done before. We bulk up at a certain period and we'll bring them down at a certain period and do whatever the conditions on the ground dictate.
The U.S. military is moving troops from the dangerous Al Anbar province in Kuwait and keeping 3,500 members of the 172nd Stryker Brigade up to 4 months longer than they were told. Some 378 soldiers who have already come home may have to go back. In addition, the Pentagon has notified roughly 21,000 soldiers and Marines. They're part of the next rotation into Iraq. They include the 1st Cavalry Division's 1st and 4th Brigades from Texas and Regimental Combat Teams 2 and 6 from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. If all the forces scheduled in this rotation are deployed, the number of U.S. troops in Iraq could climb from about 130,000 to 144,000. Reporters asked Secretary Rumsfeld if that means a hoped-for troop reduction this fall is out of the question.
No one ought to draw any conclusions as to what force levels will exist in the months ahead.
There are already about 30,000 U.S. troops in Baghdad, and military analysts wonder if bringing in 5,000 extra troops is enough. Others are concerned how this will affect operations in other parts of the country. And even Secretary Rumsfeld admitted the security problem in Baghdad is not just a military issue, but a political one. Taina?
Thank you, Sonia. ABC Sonia Crawford in Washington.
We turn now to the fighting between Israel and Hezbollah. It is continuing this morning and threatening to grow even worse. Israel called up 30,000 reservists to train for the conflict, but decided not to expand the ground war, at least for now. Meanwhile, the bombs keep falling on both sides of the border. Israel shelled about 130 targets in Lebanon today after Hezbollah launched about 50 rockets on Thursday. This conflict, as you know, has caused incredible death and destruction, and it has torn families apart. We learned of one such family earlier this week, a mother and her children separated. So what has become of them? ABC's David Wright is in Beirut now with an update.
It's one of the most heart-wrenching images of the war, a story we told you Monday. How a mother fled to safety on a German boat, leaving her 2 young sons behind. In the mad rush to get out of Tyre, the family became separated. The German vessel had plenty of room, but Israel's Navy had only ensured safe passage until sunset, so this was the last boat out. This is Dania Ahmed now in Copenhagen, Denmark, safe with part of her family. And these are her 2 sons, Mahmoud and Yusuf, still stuck in Tyre with their father. The little boy wanted to throw himself in the water after his mother, he says. Now every time he sees the sea on television, he shouts for her. The 3 of them waited for hours, hoping to leave on a Canadian ship, only to be turned away again. Their mother took their passports in the rush. No passport, no exit. Simple as that. Other families are leaving Tyre by land, but it's expensive. A seat on the crowded bus to Beirut cost $35. A private taxi, $400. There's a compelling reason to leave. and a shortage of willing drivers. For Dania Ahmed, an excruciating ordeal.
Now what can I do if my family separated? If I want to return.
But this was a one-way ticket out, and not everyone could make it. David Wright, ABC News, Beirut.
Well, shocking news now from the sport of cycling. Tour de France winner Floyd Landis tested positive for an unusual level of testosterone. His blood was taken after winning the 17th stage of the Tour in what many considered one of the greatest individual rides in the race's history. The American rider's victory is now in jeopardy, but he told reporters on a conference call he's hoping the follow-up test will clear his name.
All I'm asking for from me is that I be given a chance to prove that I'm innocent. Cycling has a traditional way of trying people in the court of public opinion before they ever get a chance to do anything else. And I can't stop that, but I would like to be assumed innocent until proven guilty, since that's the way we do things in America.
Finally, this morning, some cooler temperatures are bringing relief to most of California. At least 100 people have died there during the nearly 2-week heat wave. In fact, some local morgues couldn't even keep up. The state's dairy industry was also hit hard. Officials estimate now that 16,000 cows were killed by the heat.
Authorities in Colorado are investigating the chilling claims of a convicted murderer who now says he killed as many as 48 people over 25 years. Robert Charles Brown is already serving a life sentence for killing a 13-year-old girl. He has been linked to 7 more murders, but now he says there are many more. A Utah man has been charged in the death of his 5-year-old neighbor. The body of Destiny Norton was discovered stuffed in a storage box 8 days after she disappeared. Police say Craig Gregerson told them he lured the child from her backyard, then killed and sexually assaulted her.
We begin with some business news this morning. In our news note, Chevron is the last of the 5 major oil companies reporting second quarter earnings. ExxonMobil's profits for the 3-month period are a staggering $10 billion. Later today, Tony Blair and President Bush are talking about the Middle East during a White House meeting. The British Prime Minister faces political trouble at home for being too close to the U.S. A vote on increasing the minimum wage could come as early as today in the House. There is growing political pressure on Republicans to increase the wage, which now stands at $5.15 an hour. Doctors are testing a radical new approach to help people quit smoking, a vaccine which takes away the pleasurable nicotine high. And more fallout from the Big Dig. The head of the Mass Turnpike Authority has been forced to resign. He's been under fire since the collapse of a ceiling tile, which killed a woman earlier this month.
Well, coming up on World News Now, you may not believe it, but it has been 25 years since Diana married Charles, and we'll open up the ABC Video Vault for a look back.
And the book that may be the secret to success in the world of hip-hop.
And before we go to break, a look at your weather.
World News Now weather, brought to you by Sharper Image Ionic Breeze.
Hi, Richard Thalheimer here to share with you the number 5 reason Ionic Breeze is the most popular air purifier in America. It's the only one where you never have to buy a replacement filter. That's why most air purifiers don't work. People forget to change the filters. But Ionic Breeze has a permanent filter, and you'll be amazed to see what it collects on that grid, and so happy it's not in your lungs. Please, let me send you an Ionic Breeze for your own 2-month home trial. I guarantee you'll sleep better or feel better. And if not, call me for a complete refund. I'll even pay the shipping both ways. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
We all deserve to breathe fresh, clean air, especially in our homes. With the Sharper Image Clean Air Now campaign, you can. For the very first time, America's most trusted brand of air purifier is offering an additional Ionic Breeze Quadra for free. The Ionic Breeze charges incoming air, so pollen, dust, dander, and other irritants attach to the collection grid. Then air passes through the new Ozone Guard grill coated with Premier Catalyst coating, recognized by the EPA as a newer way to reduce air pollution because it helps convert smog and ozone into pure oxygen. You have to move air to clean it, and the Ionic Breeze cleans and circulates air with no fans, no filters, silently. Order today and we'll give you a free $69 bathroom Ionic Breeze to keep small rooms fresher 24 hours a day. We'll even pay your shipping so you can use the Ionic Breeze risk-free for 2 months. If you decide to send it back for any reason, we'll pay that shipping too and keep the bathroom Ionic Breeze as our gift. But that's not all. For the first time ever, call right now to find out how you can get an additional Ionic Breeze Quadra for free. That's right, it is amazing. A free Ionic Breeze Quadra.
To order, call 1-800-417-9700. Call now.
Well, I can't walk.
I can walk, but not very far.
I can't even stand anymore.
And it gave me no freedom.
If you or a loved one suffer from limited mobility, we have incredible news. Now you may qualify for your very own new Invacare power chair or scooter at little or no cost to you. Call Mobility Products Unlimited right now to begin your free pre-qualification process. Invacare's powered mobility products are comfortable, stylish, easy to maneuver, and go anywhere.
It's given me freedom to go places I want to go and do things that I want to do.
So pick up the phone and call Mobility Products right now, risk-free. Their friendly specialists handle all the paperwork and make it fast and easy to begin the pre-qualification process for your very own Invacare power chair or scooter. You could get yours within just days. There's no pressure, no obligation, no cost for the call, and your satisfaction is guaranteed.
So if you're stuck at home, call 1-800-972-2110 right now. Friendly mobility specialists are standing by.
Welcome back. I'm Sonia Crawford in Washington. Time now for some overseas news, and for that we turn to Declan Curry of the BBC in London. Good morning, Declan. Your Prime Minister is headed my way.
Indeed he is, Sonia. Good morning to you. Prime Minister Tony Blair flying into Washington today for talks with President Bush. The main talking point, as you'd expect, is the continuing conflict between Israel and Hezbollah that is taking place in southern Lebanon. Now, what will Prime Minister Blair talk to President Bush about? Well, there are some folks who think he should try and get the president to call for an immediate ceasefire. This is the front page of one of the London newspapers this morning. It's the Independent newspaper, which has been agitating this week for an immediate ceasefire. This is an open letter signed by musicians, by the President of the Muslim Council of Britain, by a range of former British ambassadors to various countries in the Middle East, former cabinet ministers, all of them saying that the Prime Minister should tell President George Bush that Britain can no longer support the US position on Israel and Lebanon. The argument is this. We had this major meeting during the week in Rome where a number of countries called for an immediate ceasefire in the area. The United States and the United Kingdom were the only two countries that were opposed to that. They felt that an immediate ceasefire would not be of great help at the moment. They prefer something that leads to a larger settlement than that. So the Prime Minister will talk to President Bush about the prospects of a ceasefire, but for now, the US and Britain looking fairly standing together, but standing together on their own. And it's a position that Britain and the US have found themselves in the past. It goes right to the heart of the argument, Sonia, about what should Britain's relationship be with the US. And successive British Prime Ministers have taken the view that the UK should be the US's major friend in diplomacy, and that way we exert more influence behind the scenes.
I know Tony Blair's taken a lot of flack for his friendship and close relationship with President Bush. All right, thanks so much, Declan Curry of the BBC in London. And coming up, the 25th anniversary of the royal wedding between Charles and Diana. We'll have more coming up on World News Now.
ABC's World News Now will continue after this from our ABC stations.
At Northwest Rugs, we've opened our huge warehouse to make room for new hand-tied rugs from across the globe. This weekend only, at the Jansen Beach store, Northwest Rugs is having its massive warehouse sale. And with over 1,000 rugs reduced in price by 50, 60, and even 70%, now is the perfect time to visit Northwest Rugs. Create that perfect space in your home with a new rug, fine piece of furniture, and unique accessories at the Northwest Rugs warehouse sale. Northwest Rugs, the West Coast leader in rugs.
Put the power of K2.com in the palm of your hand. Go wireless with K2.com Mobile Edition. Get the latest weather forecast, local and national news, plus access to breaking news events wherever you go. See live ODOT cameras when you really need them, or get recipes while you shop. K2.com Mobile Edition has everything K2.com has, when you want it. Just click the Mobile Edition button on the side of our homepage and learn how to put the power of K2.com in the palm of your hand.
Coming up on Good Morning America, Hezbollah in the heartland, warnings about a possible attack in the U.S. And up and away, Vacation Land USA, the ultimate in hot air ballooning. You may not remember where you were on July 29th, 1981, but many of us do remember what Princess Diana was up to. She was becoming Princess Diana, walking down the altar before an audience of millions. The wedding was broadcast live in this country, and it was the #1 topic on Nightline. Here's a snippet of our coverage, fresh from the video vault.
I, Charles Philip Arthur George,
Take thee, Diana Francis,
take thee, Diana Francis,
to my wedded wife.
to my wedded wife.
The royal wedding in London. One in a million, perhaps, but also one of millions of weddings that take place every year. Tonight, we'll examine the institution of marriage and how it's faring.
This is ABC News Nightline. Reporting from New York, Ted Koppel.
Good evening. Today marked the first time in more than 300 years that a Prince of Wales married an English woman. In times past, the marriage of an heir to the throne of England was far too valuable a commodity to be wasted on simple romance. It was the stuff of which alliances were made, the means by which wars were ended. It was quite literally a tool of state, by which Great Britain might gain the support of some other nation's powerful royal family. Today's marriage between Charles and Diana was less an exercise in statecraft, though, than a hugely magnified version of what most of us hope for, the idealized beginning of what is meant to ripen into the perfect partnership of a man and a woman. The writers of fairy tales most commonly ended their stories about princes and princesses at the altar. These writers knew what marriage was meant to be. They were also wise enough to know that it rarely turns out that way. And yet, for all that, as contributing editor Bob Green observes, today's marriage between the prince and the princess may have led even a few grown-ups to believe that they will live happily ever after.
The surprising thing at first was that so many people would care. We live in a cynical age, and the idea that in 1981 there would be worldwide excitement over a royal wedding was an unlikely one. But today, something special happened. For a few hours, people around the world put aside their anger and feuding and hurtfulness, and they stopped to watch two people get married. The royal aspect almost was secondary. It was as if the world was starving for a love story, and suddenly it found one. Most couples get married in front of perhaps 60 people. This couple got married in front of 600 million. But, as if they recognized the importance of the message they were bringing to a world too often immersed in bitterness, there was an intimacy to today's events that belied the numbers. Those may be corny thoughts, but it has been that kind of a day in England. People around the world probably found themselves feeling completely foreign to the royal family's way of living, but there was something universal about the ceremony of life that was taking place. The message was the same one that comes through at a wedding in a church recreation room in New Hampshire or a justice of the peace's office in Ohio. The message was that the cares and politics of a weary world can disappear, if only for a moment, when two people begin a life together. Prince Charles was asked if he would take Lady Diana to be his wife, and when he answered, it was almost as if the world was cheering for itself.
I will.
Diana Frances, wilt thou have this...
Lady Diana was asked if she would take the prince as her husband, and from outside the church were the sounds of joy.
I will.
The sounds were not the usual mean, violent, shattering ones that we have become so familiar with in the course of world events, but today, joyful sounds were allowed to make news too. The throngs in the streets, the ornate coaches, the colorful horsemen gave us all an excuse to watch, but the underlying emotions were not ornate and were not difficult to decipher. In a day when marriage and the family have fallen on hard times, when sometimes people seem too busy to slow down for a moment, the world took a few hours out to think about love. Perhaps in the scheme of things, it was not important news that was made here today, but for a while, we forgot about our troubles and took a moment to honor romance. And in a world so often steeped in meanness and anger, maybe that isn't such a terrible thing. This is Bob Green in London.
I remember being awakened at 4:30 in the morning, our time to watch it live, because my grandmother said it's history in the making.
There you go. I just remember how long it took for her and her tram to get into the church. When we come back, the skinny.
People love their hover-round power chairs.
You made me love you.
I didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it.
I get embarrassed when people say they love me after I show them how much fun it is to get their independence back.
I love getting out of my house again, and boy, is it easy.
You made me love you.
Hi, I'm Tom Cruise, inventor of the Hover-Round. I can't sing, but I can guarantee you'll love what you can do in your Hover-Round.
I'm amazed at the people who say they love us just because we got them their Hover-Round at little or no cost.
I love Hover-Round because it did not cost me 1 penny.
Hover-Round is like riding around in an easy chair with wheels.
You made me love you, and all the time you knew it.
People just love the round design. We say it's round for a reason, so you can turn and get through the narrowest door or hallway.
I love how easy it is to maneuver.
To find out more, call this number to get your free Hover-Round information kit.
You'll also love Hover-Round's exclusive pressure release system with lumbar support, 4-inch thick foam, and Comfort Ride inner springs.
It's time you fell in love with a Hover-Round and learned how to be independent again. Call this number to get your free Hover-Round information kit, which includes a free video and a free test drive certificate. A Hover-Round mobility specialist will also do a personal evaluation to find the perfect model for you. Call today and you'll also get this special comparison guide that tells you how to choose the power chair that's right for you. There's no obligation. Call now to learn how you may get your Hover-Round for little or no cost.
You made me love you.
Call 1-800-353-6622 today to get your free Hover-Round information kit. That's 1-800-353-6622.
Got an itch? Scratching tears up skin. New Maximum Strength Lanacane penetrates skin twice as fast with maximum itch-stopping medicine, plus germ-killing antibacterial. New Lanacane stops the itch, saves your skin.
Sam finds brushing boring. My secret weapon? Ha-ha! Listerine Agent Cool Blue. Cool. It turns the plaque on Sam's teeth blue, because when he can see the plaque, he can brush more effectively. And because it's from Listerine, it kills bad breath germs too. Better brushing means a cleaner mouth.
Sam, nice work.
And a happier mom. This case is closed.
New Listerine Agent Cool Blue for kids.
What's cool is how they'll love to brush.
Got an itch? Scratching tears up skin. New Maximum Strength Lanacaine penetrates skin twice as fast with maximum itch-stopping medicine, plus germ-killing antibacterial. New Lanacaine stops the itch, saves your skin.
Welcome back.
When Keisha says smile pretty for the camera, what am I going to do? Smile pretty. All right, we're
Let's
talking
see your
about...
best. Isn't that pretty?
It's my anchor bot smile. Okay, we're talking about weddings. We're still talking about weddings, and we were saying that Princess Diana and Prince Charles held their wedding on a Wednesday because they saved money.
That's right.
To pay
that
for
was
a
the
church
joke.
on a Saturday.
They can't afford a
They
Saturday.
saved £2 million. All right, let's kick off the skinny.
Oh yes, a special version.
Keisha,
with
smile,
here.
smile pretty. 8 years ago, a business book called The 48 Laws of Power became an unlikely national bestseller, and now its popularity is rising yet again, finding a new life, this time from an audience of rappers. No joke. Jam master John Berman has the story.
I don't know what you heard about me.
Hip-hop stars 50 Cent
All the hustlers, they love it just to see one of us making.
and Jay-Z both say The 48 Laws of Power is a must-read.
Once you have control over yourself, the whole game just opens up for you, and you're able to be rational and think before you act and be strategic.
In the multi-billion-dollar world of hip-hop, rapping alone isn't enough. It seems if you aren't the CEO of a multi-million-dollar company, you haven't really made it. Which is why would-be moguls are turning to the 48 Laws. Examples? Play to people's fantasies, crush your enemy totally, and court attention at all costs.
'Cause I'm young and I'm black and my hat's real low.
Raised in a housing project in Brooklyn, platinum-selling rapper, record mogul, and NBA owner Jay-Z is a 48 Laws success story.
I consider him perhaps the supreme player in the hip-hop world. Practically every single one of these laws is something that Jay-Z does right.
Go, 50 in the house.
50 Cent never knew his father, and his mother was murdered when he was 8. But he made it, adhering to Law 28. Enter action with boldness.
I think 50 epitomizes a kind of way of getting power in this world that I think is very much just right out of my book.
Now 50 runs the G-Unit record label, made a movie of his life, has his own video game, even his own bottled water. So even if you can't rap, maybe with this book, you can be a mogul too. John Berman, ABC News, New York.
Do the white man over by her.
Who knew you could get down? Nice, Ron.
And it's 50, it's not 50. What is wrong with these people? Very interesting. All right, let's, we're out of
time.
That's the skinny on the skinny right there.
Yeah.
Wiki.
Skinny.
We're back in a moment.
Wiki.
See the year's very best movies.
These people are totally convincing. This is a masterpiece.
From the hidden gems.
This movie really surprised me with its emotional impact.
To the crowd-pleasing blockbusters.
I love this movie. I loved it.
2006 is half over, and America's favorite film critics have already chosen some of the year's finest.
It's our picks for the best movies of 2006 so far. On the next, Ebert and Roper.
Sunday nights at 11:35 on K2.
I remember how much you said you liked wine.
Oh.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Step right up to America's Best. What would you call a store that offers contacts for just $12.49 a box? And designer frames from Tommy Hilfiger and Timberland. And 2 pairs of glasses for $69.95, including a free eye exam. America's Best. 2 pairs for $69.95 plus a free eye exam. Call 1-800-2PAIR or go to 2pair.com and schedule an appointment. America's Best. The best prices in sight.
high winds, flooding, hard winters, even summer lightning storms. The K2 Storm Alert Weather Team keeps you ahead of severe weather in the Northwest.
The K2 Storm Alert Weather Team forecasts, tracks, and gives you the Northwest's most accurate information on severe weather.
When will it hit, and will it affect your neighborhood?
The K2 Storm Alert Weather Team gives you more live weather updates in the field and on the air.
The K2 Storm Alert Weather Team, keeping your family safe and ahead of the storm. Only on K2 News, the spirit of the Northwest.
You're watching K2, the spirit of the Northwest.